Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
And today we're going to continue talking about our featured work of literature for this month, The Secret Garden, which, of course, was written by the British-American author Frances Hodgson Burnett. And we talked about her life last time, and in the first program, we actually summarized the story.
We sure did, and in day 2, we talked about the author, as we always do, and today we're going to focus in on the main themes of the book. What is it that the author perhaps wanted to communicate with this book? Sometimes we do a lot of, literature reviews and critical thinking, and we say this is what the author thought. But unless you really can interview the author, I don't know. Maybe it's us just thinking that these are the main themes. We're going to look into the main themes of Secret Garden and see kind of what Frances was thinking as she penned this novel. We're going to get started, as we always do, by reading through the unit. The Secret Garden's main themes include the importance of friendship, the value of outdoor activities, and the way a healthy outlook on life can affect one's physical health. When Mary first arrives at her uncle's house, she is a rude and selfish person. This is because she's never had a companion her own age and has never been told no. She has only lived a life of luxury and is used to demanding things from her servants. Later, her bond with Dickon, even though he is of a lower class, helps her develop empathy for others. Burnett wants to say that friendships based on equality are essential for children's development. The natural world exemplifies another of the book's themes. At first, Mary is a feeble child because she has never had to do anything for herself. She isn't even capable of dressing herself without assistance. Colin is also a weak child. He stays in bed or in a wheelchair because he believes he can't walk. The sunshine and fresh air of the gardens benefits both of them in the story. Playing and working in the garden turns Mary and Colin into vigorous, healthy children. The third important theme is the power of a positive attitude. People's minds need nurturing. Just like the secret garden, the characters tend. A vital moment for Colin happens when he resolves to be a healthy person instead of a sickly one. He repeats it out loud and wills it to be true. Holding this idea in his mind is a crucial part of his recovery. And it is his belief in himself and his determination to succeed that ultimately helps him regain his health.
Okay, everybody, let's get to it. Let's discuss the contents of today's lesson. It's day 3 of our literature unit for the month of July 2019. And the Secret Garden's main themes include the importance of friendship, that's 1, the value of outdoor activities, that's 2, and the way a healthy outlook on life can affect one's physical health, that's 3. So there are 3 main themes, 3 main ideas in this story, and we'll talk about them one at a time. When Mary first arrives at her uncle's house, she is a rude and selfish person. That much is certain. Remember, she was living in India. Her parents were diplomats or something like that, and so she was spoiled. She got everything she wanted. She didn't take no for an answer, so she was very spoiled, and so she had to make some big changes when she moved to Yorkshire.
You can see it in kids, even when they're very young, if you watch the parents and they always give in to the child. You know, if the child doesn't get what he or she wants, they might throw a fit, have a tantrum in the store. Maybe they want a toy. A tantrum is when usually a child, hopefully it's not an adult, usually a child starts screaming and crying, throw themselves on the floor because they don't get their way, they don't get what they want. My mom said no to us all the time. If I wanted a yes, I would go to my dad and and say, "Come on, Dad." But my mom was very strict, and I think that makes for better moms and dads if you don't always give in to the child. You're supposed to be helping them grow up. So she turned into this really rude and selfish person. Her parents weren't around a lot to raise her. Back then, if you were in the upper class, especially in England, children were raised by nannies. Children didn't have much to do with parents. They didn't even eat dinner with them at the same table. They would eat in the children's room. So she thought those servants were her own personal servants, and she would boss them around. If you boss someone, you tell them what they should do. And it's funny because she was just 10 years old when her parents died, but she's already become this really rude little selfish girl.
Indeed, she's rude and selfish, and she's self-centered. She doesn't care about anybody else but herself. And this is because she's never had a companion her own age. And, of course, she's never been told no. So a companion, of course, is somebody who's with you all the time. They're your buddy, your best buddy. Could be a sibling, a sister, or a brother. Or it could be a good friend in the neighborhood or something like that. Your companion.
You have to learn how to share, don't you?
Exactly. You need to learn how to cooperate and stuff like that. I want to play chess. No, I want to play checkers. Well, we can play chess tomorrow. No, let's play chess right now. So you need to compromise and you need to work together. You need to cooperate with a companion. But of course, she always had her way. And she has only lived a life of luxury and is used to demanding things from her servants. Remember, she was surrounded by servants in India.
She was. So later, her bond with Dickon, even though he is of a lower class, helps her develop empathy for others. If you have a bond with someone, it means you relate well with that person. You become friends. Maybe you have a bond because you share experiences at work. So you might have a coworker that you're quite close to. You have a bond. You might find someone who has a similar hobby, who loves a particular sport. You can form a bond with them. We have different kinds of friends in our lives, don't we? Who all have different interests based on that interest. You might have a different kind of bond with one friend than another. Even in my family, I have different relationships and bonds with my sisters. So it just, everyone's different and you relate to each other differently. Bond, guys, can be a verb or a noun, both. You can bond with someone over something. Oh, yeah, I bonded with Patty over her love of baseball. That's just an example. You can bond with just about anybody if you have something in common in particular. Now, Dickon, remember, he is of a lower class than Mary. Mary is an upper class child. Dickon probably had not had much education. And if you watch the movie or even get a chance to see a musical version of this, you'll see they talk differently. They have different accents.
Okay, so maybe he's got a working class accent or something like that. But I guess she's too young to know how to look down on people or something. It's a good thing that her father is actually, or excuse me, her uncle is away on business and there's no mother around there to say, hey, you shouldn't be talking to him. He's just a local common boy. Stay away from him. No, she's free to make friends with whoever she wants. So she bonds with Dickon, or she has a bond with him. And he helps her develop empathy for others. Empathy just kind of means sensitivity to other people's feelings. So to understand that other people have feelings too. To have empathy for others, which is similar in meaning to sympathy. But sympathy is kind of feeling for other people when they're going through a bad time. You might have sympathy for somebody if their pet dog has died or something like that.
Yeah, if you have empathy, it also means that you have a similar experience that you can relate to that other person with. Sympathy, you've not necessarily gone through a similar experience, but your heart feels sad for them, perhaps, So it's really important to develop empathy for others, to try to put yourself in their shoes, we often will say. Burnett wants to say that friendships based on equality are essential for children's development. Yeah, in order to really form a good character and develop into a mature adult, Mary needed people besides servants around her that she had to actually treat fairly and treat them nicely because she wanted them to stick around. Servants have to. They're being paid to be around you. So she didn't necessarily try to talk nicely or kindly to the servants. But Dickon was a possible friend she could play with. So she had to treat him differently, and that helped her a lot. So are your friendships based on equality? I think we all have different types of friends, too. I have friends where I'm much older than they are. So I don't think we're necessarily equal, but we both get something out of the relationship. But this is interesting that Burnett, the author herself, felt like kids need to go through that and have friends that are seen as their equal in order to become a good adult.
Yep, equality is the noun here, the state of being equal. You should be equal. It shouldn't be a rich person and a poor person. Friendships should be based on equality. Maybe your friendship is based on a mutual love of baseball. We both love baseball, so of course we're friends because of that. Our friendship is based on a love of baseball, etc. So yeah, she thinks that, at least the author here is trying to tell us that friendships should be based on equality. They should have equal standing in the relationship. And you know what? I think that brings us to the midway point in today's lesson. Let's take a break now and listen to our Chinese teacher.
Hello everyone, my name is Tina. 今天文章的第一句写着 The Secret Garden's main themes include the importance of friendship.The value of outdoor activities and the way a healthy outlook on life can affect one's physical health. 第一句就告诉我们秘密花园的主题到底有哪3大项。首先提到的是 the importance of friendship.友谊的重要性，还有 the value of outdoor activities 户外活动的价值跟它的重要性，以及 the way 这种方式，什么方式呢？ A healthy outlook on life can affect one's physical health. 你如果有健全的人生观，它是可以影响到一个人的健康的。这里的 outlook 当作名词，可以解释成为观点跟看法。对某个事件的观点跟看法，我们可以加上介系词 on。举个例子来说 The experience completely changed his outlook on life. 这一个经历呢，彻底的改变了他对生活的看法。那么我们接下来的文章就来看一下他所想要强调的主题。首先强调的呢是友谊。我们在第2段的后面的句子提到Later, her bond with Deacon, even though he is of a lower class, helps her develop empathy for others. 在这里的 bond 当作名词，解释成为连结跟联系的意思。共同的利益把我们呢都连结在一起了，你就可以说 common interests formed a bond between us.同样的呢，这个 Mary 跟 Deacon 之间的 bond， 他们的关系呢，也帮助 Mary 发展出对其他人的同理心。在这里的同理心就称之为 empathy。那么中间还有一个插入句，尽管呢 Deacon 是来自于下层的阶级。第2段的最后一句提到Burnett wants to say that friendships based on equality are essential for children's development. 那么作者的意思呢，就是想要表达这种以平等为基础的友谊，对孩童的发展是非常重要、不可或缺的。所以在这里的 based on equality 又用来修饰前面的 friendships， 这样子的友谊是建构或者是以平等为基础的。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We're on day 3 of our literature unit. We're talking about the main themes of the novel The Secret Garden, which is a classic. And it's not just for kids either. This is a book that adults have enjoyed throughout the years as well.
So the next theme of the book is the natural world. Getting outside, going into a garden, going for a walk in the woods or whatever. So the natural world exemplifies another of the book's themes. So here we've got the word exemplify. That just means it provides an example of something, okay? So we could say that psychedelic hippie music of the 60s exemplified the feeling of the 1960s. It kind of represented that. So indeed, the natural world is another theme in this book. At first, in the beginning, Mary is a feeble child because she has never had to do anything for herself. She's been waited on hand and foot by her servants. Remember that term? We used that in the first lesson. So she basically just sits around. People wait on her. So as a result, she's kind of weak. She's not very healthy. She could probably not even do one push-up, let alone one jumping jack or something like that. So she's feeble. Feeble just means weak with no power.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We use feeble to describe people who have been hospitalized for a great stretch of time. You know, your muscles lose the ability to work as well. So a lot of the patients that are in the hospital, you know, for a couple months, they have a therapist go in and actually move their muscles. My sister had someone that would move her muscles every day to keep them a little bit stronger. But people become quite feeble or lacking physical strength. We also use feeble, guys, to talk about someone who doesn't have a good character and who doesn't have a lot of integrity. So you could use it that way. So Mary, she's never had to do anything. She never had any household chores. She never had to wash the dishes or do the laundry or pick up her toys. She did nothing for herself. She had all those servants that she could boss around. She isn't even capable of dressing herself without assistance. This isn't surprising, though. The upper classes in Europe during this period of time never dressed themselves. If you've watched any of, the movies or TV shows that are set in this period of time, you can see that the wealthy have dressers, the women and the men. The women didn't do their own hair either. They had someone who would fix their hair for them. So this isn't really surprising. To be capable of something means you're able to do something. Hopefully, everybody out there is working on becoming very capable in different areas, maybe working on your physical fitness or some skills that would improve your work. And maybe you might get promoted if you become more capable of doing more things for your boss. Well, she isn't even capable of dressing herself without assistance. And assistance is simply the noun form of the word to assist, which means to help. So she needs a lot of help to put her clothes on. Yeah.
Exactly. I need some assistance here. Please help me out. And the person who helps you, of course, is your assistant. So Colin is also a weak child. I guess we could say he's feeble. He stays in bed or in a wheelchair because he believes he can't walk. Remember, he thinks that he is terminally ill. And the sunshine and fresh air of the gardens benefits both of them in the story. So remember, Mary goes outside into the garden. She gets some fresh air. She gets some sunshine. So that benefits her. And then she persuades Colin to go out into the garden as well. And he benefits from the sunshine and fresh air of the garden as well. And playing and working in the garden turns Mary and Colin into vigorous, healthy children. And of course, we're hearing this all the time from the TV. Hey, kids, put down those devices and get outside, get some sunshine.
Yeah,
I'm glad I grew up in a time without those stupid smartphones and stuff.
Me too.
When I was a kid, we went out in the yard and we played ball. We played on the swings. We chased each other. We played tag. We did all sorts of stuff.
It was fun.
Not like kids these days. They just sit there and play on their devices. And what are the parents doing? The same thing.
Yeah, that's what's so sad. You see the mom and dad with their head down, looking at their phones, and their kids are doing the same thing. Or what's even sadder is you look over, I'll be outside, and there will be a mom pushing her little baby, and the baby's trying to talk, but her mom's on the phone. Okay, guys, moving on. Get out there, get some sunshine, and leave your phone at home. You don't have to take your phone with you all the time. When I go outside, I don't take my phone.
Yeah, challenge yourself, indeed. Do some bicycling or something. Go hiking. There are lots of trails in Taiwan and stuff like that.
And leave your phone at home. Yeah, don't be addicted.
That's asking a lot. I think most people just couldn't imagine doing that.
I do it. I don't want to be bothered.
It's not so hard for me, but again, I grew up in a time where we didn't have those infernal things. But that's the second theme here.
Here's the third.
Okay, so the third one now is the power of positive thinking or the power of a positive attitude, being optimistic. Thinking that things are going to turn out all right, and don't think that everything is going to go down the tubes in the end. We're all going to die anyway, so why make an effort? No, don't think that way. Be positive. Be optimistic.
Yeah, so people's minds need nurturing. To nurture something or someone, you could nurture plants. You could nurture your garden. You can also nurture people. We often use nurture to talk about raising children. You take care of them, you encourage their growth and development. To be a nurturing person or nurturing teachers are very important to students' development. So people's minds need nurturing, just like the secret garden. The characters tend. Tend here is a word just means to take care of. I had some friends who would use this verb tend instead of babysit. Oh, I'm going to go and tend my neighbor's kids this weekend. I tended to say, I usually would say babysit, but some people use tend. Just means to take care of. So a vital moment, vital means very essential, very important. For Colin, what's the vital moment for him? Well, it happens when he decides, he resolves to be a healthy person instead of a sickly one. Remember, he would tell himself that he was terminally ill. As long as you're telling your mind that way, your mind will start to believe it. And then your body physically will respond. So our mental and our physical health, those two things are connected. And once he decided he was going to be a healthy person and not be a sickly one, someone who's always sick, things changed for him quite drastically.
Yep, he even says it out loud. I want to be healthy and I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be feeble anymore. So he wills it to be true. Here, will as a verb just means you desire it to happen. And holding this idea in his mind is a crucial part of his recovery. It's important, it's essential, it's necessary, and it is his belief in himself and his determination to succeed that ultimately helps him regain his health. So if you have determination, that means you're thinking about doing something and you're not giving up. You're not letting people to persuade you to do something else or to give up. No, I'm determined. I'm going to succeed and nothing's going to stop me.
Yeah, determination is the noun form, to be determined. Oh, wow, he's a very determined person. Yeah. He doesn't let obstacles get in his way. He's going to succeed. So that's one thing you have to remember is you need to believe in yourself and then be determined to succeed, to be successful. And that ultimately, or in the end, helps him regain his health. If you regain something, you get something back that you've lost or maybe that someone took from you. To regain your health, we'll often use that phrase, to regain. Or maybe someone got demoted. That's the opposite of being promoted. And they want to regain their status and stature. So they work extra hard to get their old position back. We're going to talk more about this book when we wrap up, guys. But first, we're going to listen to our Chinese teacher.
第二个想要强调的主题呢，就是自然的世界。第三段的第一句提到 The natural world exemplifies another of the book's themes. exemplify， 同学看拼字就可以联想到 example 这个名词，而 exemplify 指的是呢例示或者是作为怎么样子的例子。我们常常在英文的演说会听到说，我打算就论点的一两个方面来举例说明，你就可以用这个动词。那你就说 I'm going to exemplify one or two of these points。 所以呢，自然的世界是这本书里面你常常会看到的一个主题的这样子的一个例子。这一段的最后一句提到 Playing and working in the garden turns Mary and Colin into vigorous, healthy children。借由在花园里面玩乐以及工作，让这两个孩子成为了强壮又健康的孩童。第三个重要的主题提到是 the power of a positive attitude， 也就是乐观态度所带来的力量。最后一段中间的句子提到 A vital moment for Colin happens when he resolves to be a healthy person instead of a sickly one。 所以在这本书当中呢，很重要的一个时刻 A vital moment， 那么对 Colin 来讲，就是他下定决心要成为一个健康的人，那是一个非常重要的时刻。我们说某人下定决心要做什么事，你就可以说 resolve to do something， 他想要成为一个健康的人，而不是一个生病的人。文章最后一句的后半段提到It is his belief in himself and his determination to succeed that ultimately helps him regain his health。 同学们有注意到这个强调的句型 It is ... that。 我们这次要强调的是两个名词，正是他对自己的信心His belief in himself， 以及他决心要成功的这样子的意志力 His determination to succeed， 正是这两件事情最终帮忙他又重拾健康。这里的 ultimately 当作是副词，解释成为最终的意思。而 determination 我们说有做某件事情的决心，你就可以在后面加上 to 加原形动词。举例来说，他有决心要克服通往成功路上的所有障碍，你就可以说 She has the determination to overcome all the obstacles to success。 OK， 以上就是今天的课文讲解，谢谢收听。
Thanks for joining us, everybody. This has been our literature unit. We hope you get a chance to pick up a copy of The Secret Garden, whether you're at a bookstore or you go online and find a free copy. It's a book that I think you'll quite enjoy. It's not too difficult and very interesting, and there's a ghost in it, too. Don't forget that. That's fun. For English Digest, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Tom. Goodbye.
Bye.